Okay, so this is my demonstration for Project 9, our last project for EE 104. And first thing I'm going to do is demonstrate the game. So I built the game for 2 players, and what I did with the game is I added displays. What was it? Display. Oh, it's this one. This is the one. So I added the scores for 2 players. So I made 2 players play simultaneously, so they have to play together. And if one of them messes up, then it's game over. And then these are the updated dance moves I added. What did I do? So here's the changes I made. I changed this from 0.5 to 1.5 because it makes it way easier. The moves last longer, so you can see what moves are presented. And then here's a countdown timer. You can change it to like 5 or 4 to make it last a little bit longer. I left it at 4. What this does is like right when the game initializes, you have 4 seconds, and then it does like a sequence of moves, and then you have to get those moves down correctly. And if you don't, then it's game over. And yeah, so this is how I made player 1, player 2, and I made the scores, and scores add up. So they're using player 1's using a W key, and player 2 is using the up arrows. So the W, D, S, WASD keys are being used by player 1, and then up, down, right, left keys are being used by player 2. And then I changed the music, and I changed it to one of my favorite artists, Michael Jackson's Thriller. So let's run this and then see how it works. See, and then again, actually, can I just copy? Okay, copy and paste. So here's me playing it. I'm playing both player 1 and player 2. So let me try it again. See if I can get. I'm going to try to get 5 sequences. Down, down, right, down. So down, down. Okay, mess that one up again. Try it again. Down, down, left, right. Down, down, left, right. Down, left, up. Down, left, up, down. So both of the scores are getting added at the same time because not the same time, but it's one after the other. So each player has to be on the right page. So this is you know, 2 people playing. Yeah, it's really hard with 2 players because I have to do both the keys. But so when one person does a move, when there's like a sequence of 4 moves, each can get 2 points per sequence. And if you mess up, then it's game over. So player 1 goes first, and then player 2, and then player 1, and then player 2. And if they both get it right, then they both get 2 points. So I'm going to try it again. Yeah, try it. This is still really tough. Okay. 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 Okay, cool. So yeah, it's working. That's pretty dope. And that's my pie game for Dance Challenge. Um, and then this is the one I did for one player. I don't want to play this. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit easier because it's one person. And so then this is my what is this? This is the data science risk factor that I did. So the way I did it is I plotted this first, and then this will show you like the medium risk, the high risk, and the low risk. And everyone's, there's a lot more people that are at medium than there are at high and low. Um, so then let me see if I can get this to come up. Take a while. So it's like should work. It's doing a lot of data. Final version plot. Um, yeah, that took forever. But so as you can see here, this is, let me see if I can like pop it out and undock it. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier. So then this is the medium risk, and this is the high risk. And then there's like hardly any low risk. And then this is medium and high. And then you can judge it off of this graph here. The low risk is very, it's in there, but it's indistinguishable. So then we have loans, and then what is this? Mortgage, and mortgage, and then value. And then these are like the way it's, I did this from lecture. These are the way it's like base. And then you can look at the different values of the graph and then determine what the risk factor is. And then these little outliers right here will tell you like high and low. So that's pretty neat. Let me see if I can dock this and then explain it a little bit more. And how I did that was I went here, and then this is some data that I got from the one of the websites. So then this is data I got, and as you can see, it's bad. And bad is let's see, bad is, let me see, which one was this? Okay, is it this one? I think I got home equity. I think it was, must have been this one, home equity. Hmm. You know what? No, I did make a README file. Let me see if I can find it. README file, risk factor. Here, factor. Okay, so it's this one, and I downloaded this Python COS format. And if you look right here, this is what the I base the data off of. So if you look at bad loan mortgage value and what that means, and then over here, it's a default loan, and then a loan amount. Yeah. So what I did with this is I made a code. I made make this code right here, loan risk, RCD creator. Yeah, I made this guy right here. So let me just show. I'm not gonna run it, but I'm just gonna show what it is. What is audio settings? Why does it keep coming up? I'm gonna dock this. Yeah, I'm gonna fix the plot window. There we go. This is here, mortgage connection. In here, CD creator. So then this is the file I use, and then this is how I assign risk categories based on default. So I used these values here, and then I took that data from that website, from this website here, I made the CSV file and then I plotted it here. And then this is what determined my graph. So like, okay, like this is a bad loan, like he defaulted, so that's a high risk. Default high risk, didn't default medium risk, but he has like a lot of debt and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. Let me see if I can find the low risk in here. There should be one. Yeah, a lot of it was just really bad data, like high risk, high risk. There is some low in here. Let me find it. Low risk. Yeah, essentially there's a lot of them were medium risk. A lot, yeah. Most of it was medium risk. Low risk. This is like 5,000 documents, and I don't want to go through all of this. Is there like, can I do Control F? Low. Oh, here we go. Low risk. Yeah, so low value, no debt, and then that's low risk. Okay, yeah. So then that's what I based my data off of when I made this graph, and then I had this here because this was kind of hard to tell. I plotted let me just took this guy off. This final version. Yeah, I plotted this guy here to make it easier to determine what's low and high, and then you can see the differences. Like there's a lot of medium risk. There's like not as many high risk, and there's a lot of low risk. And I think this is what a lot of the banks use and what a lot of the banks go by because they're not going to be giving out tons of money. Like all of it's like pretty much medium risk. And that's what they, clarify to get those like really crappy interest rates. And I guess that's their justifications. And then here is a 3-month model I predicted. And then I did this guy right here. So I made these two things. These are basically the same, but I did the whole year because I wanted to graph it. And this was for my data science prediction. This is for the prediction model that we were supposed to do. And I based this off of stuff we learned in lab. I believe it was lab three, and then with some added knowledge. So this is what the trend is from, let me see if I can find that document from prediction. This is the COVID database, and I got this from a README file. I got this from over here. And this is also something that the professor gave us. So, yeah, so I took this data set right here. And then that's this data right here, which is like new cases, total cases, new cases. And this is ongoing. This was from 1/27/2020 all the way to like this month, like last week. So this is ongoing. So clearly, like cases are going to keep rising, and it doesn't really, that data set, the way it works is it doesn't have anything like, hey, this many people left, these many people are getting cured. It's basically, it's always going to be increasing. So, but it doesn't, like the data won't determine, it'll show like spikes and increase. So I think this is a good program. See right here, it's in, this is so this is 3 months in, I did 3 months and then it predicted 3 months, and this is what we were supposed to do for class. So then this is the 3 months, and then this is what I predicted, and it kept going like this, and my data predicted it was going to go higher. And then I used linear regression from the skewer model. So then I did this is the 3 months, and now let's do 6 months and see what happens. So this is 6 months out, and then it's still rising slightly. And then I was like, wait a minute, like I wanted to see how accurate my data was. And I used polymerization, which means the degree right here. So if I change the degree, it should fit better. Yeah, it kind of doesn't, but because it's so far out there. And now let's do a whole year. And this is where it gets really interesting. So look at that, a whole year. So basically my data predicted 6 months out. So it pretty much matched it. It just went from like this is a 3 months, and then this is 3 more months, and then it predicted the rise. So basically, and then it rose even more. And I didn't do another one, but when I did like the whole, when I plotted the whole year, do I have that on here? Maybe I deleted it. Let me see if I have it. The whole, like, and this is a pretty big data file. Let me see if I can trend prediction. Store that, and then I don't know why I deleted it. Trend prediction. Now let's see what this does. Pretty interesting, honestly. Prediction. So as you in here, and then I'll apply you and see what you do. Oh no, this is yeah, no, I didn't modify that one correctly. So when I did the eventually it kept rising. It was like really high. If you see right here at this point, it gets even higher. And then right here I can do my degree fit. So I did degree 1. Let's do degree 3. See how it kind of like matches it a little bit better. Let me see if I can get a better I do undone. Undone. No, no. Increase it. This is more. See how it gets better. So let me see if I can increase the degree to like 4 or 5. Yeah, it gets a little bit better. It gets right on that line. So yeah, this is pretty cool. This was like a whole year. We're only supposed to do 3 months in the yeah, we were only supposed to do 3 months, but for some reason, like I that wasn't good enough for me. Like I didn't understand. But then I looked at the data, I'm like, okay, this is a pretty good tool to use. So then you use tools like this to basically say, hey, look, we need to keep people like away still. We need to keep like, to like reduce, because around the time it started going up, like right around here, was in like 2021 fall, when the mandates were basically, like ending. Or actually no, this goes 2022. Yeah, like this is around the time that school became full time. Like from this time, around this time, we were still kind of doing a little bit of online, but it was still rising. We started going in person. Oh no, this is online. Yeah, no, this is online. Yeah, this is around when we're doing online. I mean, this is when we started going back, and then we're like fully back around here. So that's pretty cool. Like that you can, relate what we learned in this class. So like stuff like this. But anyway, that is my project 9 demonstration. I'm gonna stop sharing now.